I guess the question is this thing doable? So let's clean this thing off. We're going to do a few real quick pulls on this thing. And look at that. Pop. A few smacks with a hammer, the hot box. Clean this thing off. And then check this thing out. How do we do it? Stick around and see. So we're going to check out this damage underneath the light. You can see right here there's actually a piece of cracked paint where it went in and hit the inner structure. We are going to seal that with some clear when we're done. But you can see here this whole bottom is crushed in all around the fuel door. The body lines are just totally destroyed. So we've got to work these back in place. But I just want you to see the depth of this all the way with the light and without it. You can see this dent up over the wheel well is a pretty good one. But this one in the front, the body lines are all just totally destroyed. And we're going to have to get this metal to come back into place and look factory once again. So I'm going to clean this thing off here real good with some alcohol, heat it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to get some glue tabs and pick out the ones that I want here. And as I heat this panel up, I'm leaving the heat gun sit underneath the bottom side of the bedside and heat this panel from underneath the whole time as I set these glue tabs up. And you can see that I'm using about I think it's an 8-inch long glue tab, somewhere in that area, 6 or 8 inch. This one here, I'm using a curved one that's shaped about like the wheel well. And then I'm going to do a little smaller one around the fuel door. And my hopes here are to do some pulls in strategic areas. This would be probably a good candidate for some lateral tension. So whenever I go to Mobile Tech Expo this year, I'm actually going to buy a few more tools while I'm down there. I like to put my hands on them, so that comes around the 2nd of February. But check out this, how much this metal moves here. I mean, it pulls a lot. You can see moves tremendous amounts of metal. It's locked in pretty good. It's not just one of them dents that just pops out. You've got to figure out a way to pull it out a little bit at a time in the right places without overstretching the metal. So we remove these tabs here, and we'll do some more replacement of the tabs in different areas and do some different pulls. So you can see this sometimes takes just a little bit. Got to clean it back off with some more alcohol and heat it back up even a little bit more than what it is doing from underneath. So we're going to put some more on there. You can see the smoke coming off of this. That tells you it's a little bit cool in there right now. And the glue is actually very hot, so it's steaming up just a little bit. But we're going to put quite a few of these tabs on here once again and do some more pulling and try to get this thing out here to where you can see how we did this repair. About 70% of the dent out now. It's starting to get shape back, but when you get down here, check out how much we've still got to work out. Still a long ways to go, but the shape is starting to take back original form and starting to look like a Chevrolet truck bedside once again. And we're going to have this thing looking pretty nice in just a little bit. And we will show you the rest of the steps it takes to get these things out and look back to the original factory. We're around 85% of the way finished, and it's looking a lot better, but we still have quite a bit down here in the lower section. This is a really tough area to get worked out. The upper part looking pretty good. battery in. Right there, look, you ring stick glue. Just turn it on, leave it on your working. It'll take about 2 minutes. And now we're getting ready to use the hot box here. And here's the end that we use. And I will show you how it works here in a second. But there is how I use it on 100% power. And I just usually, whenever there's little small imperfections, I just use it to drag over top of it slowly as I heat it up some. And here in a minute, you'll see a couple of spots where I actually stop and repair a low spot. And I'll show you how it'll pull up a little bitty low and shrink it up to where you don't have to push on it if you can't push on it, or you just need it to tighten it up. This thing is very, very handy. I use it all the time. Almost every single large dent that I repair, I use this on. It does take a while to learn, because if you overheat the panel, especially on a white or a silver, you can overheat it. Okay, right here's this little spot right there. I'm going to show you I can make it disappear with this hot box. Look, there are 2 swipes. It's about gone. I can go over it one more time and it's gone. So it's almost an amazing tool, but you do have to learn how to use it. It's not an overnight thing that you just pick up and start using it properly, because I've had this thing quite a few years and it took me a long, long time to get this thing figured out. So if you just buy it and don't have anybody showing you how to use it, good luck with being able to use it very quickly, because it doesn't happen. And you can see a few more of these imperfections here. It just really pulls them up very, very nice. Like that there, you can see looks like it's pretty bad right down through that area. A lot of push marks and pull marks. Blending marks just where the metal was actually wadded up. I mean, it levels out a lot of stuff. It's a very useful tool, and I'm glad that I got this thing out and started using it again a couple years ago. I had it for about 7 years, and a couple of the years I hardly ever used it. But the more and more that I use it, it's getting to where I almost couldn't live without this tool. It is phenomenal and helping you to finish stuff. Just like see this spot right here at the end of this spot that is actually stretched and cracked. It just pulls them lows up and makes them look so much better, because you can see this panel right through here. It's a little bit rippledy, and I can just take this over these ripples that are small and it'll pull it up. And then if I need to, I can go back and tap down the highs just a little bit and then come back with the hot box once again, and it actually helps to flatten this stuff out even more. So paintless dent repair is a lot of just, are you able to keep trying, or do you give up before the panel is finished? Sometimes something can be so stretched that it is not repaired, or the paint cracks or pulls off. But in all honesty, 95% of the repairs, if they're just not to the point, they're not repairable, there is, if you have endurance to be able to just tap and push, you will eventually be able to get these panels out and have them looking good. All right, we have now come to the point that this panel is finished. Check it out. It's looking really good. Happy with the way this came out. I do like the Chevrolet metal for this year. It repairs better than a lot of different kinds of metal. And you can see it actually looks pretty nice. There's this one little spot I'm fixing to show you here in just a second that still has a little minor spot that has to be touched up with clear. But all of this other area, very happy with the way it came out, and always enjoy working the Chevrolet truck bedsides because they repair easily. It is not like an aluminum bedside or whatever, so it's a whole lot better. But here's this little spot I was talking about. See, right here is going to put a little bit of clear over this so it will not rust or whatever. But now we're going to take a little bit of polish, and then this thing is going to be ready to send back to the customer. This bedside, I think, ended up taking somewhere around 7 hours for the repair. So not terrible, but it is something that's not a 1 hour repair for sure. And here it is outside in the natural light. And this bedside looks phenomenal. And the customer was ecstatic whenever he came back to pick it up, and was very happy with the repairs. So that's what we're always looking for. So like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I definitely appreciate all your views. And if you stay to the end of this video, leave a comment below and let me know you watched this whole video. And be sure to stay around and see what else we repair. Check out some of the other videos. I have well over 100 videos that I've done now. And like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you very much. Cult dent tamers for all your door dings, large dents, hail damage in the East Tennessee area.